When the girl was discharged from a hospital holding her newborn baby, the man recognized her as the KTD hostess who had slept with the CEO. Suspecting that the baby she was holding was very likely the CEO's child, with this suspicion in mind, the man immediately asked the nurse about the girl's situation. Meanwhile, the CEO was being scolded by his entire family for being single for 30 years. Just then, the man walked in and congratulated the CEO on becoming a father. The CEO thought his friend was talking nonsense. His friend mentioned the incident from a few months ago when a CEO had slept with a girl. The whole family, upon hearing this good news, was extremely happy. Thinking that their family finally had an heir, they excitedly asked about the girl's identity. The CEO said the girl was just a KTD hostess, so she had no qualifications to be his wife. At that moment, the friend took out a photo of the girl. Only then did the CEO realize he had misunderstood her. It turned out that 1 year earlier, the girl had started working at a KTV to save her imprisoned mother. On her first day at work, she had coincidentally met the CEO, and by chance they had relations. At the time, the CEO had thought she was a hostess and despised her. Little did he know she was the servant's daughter he had been searching for. 10 months later, the girl chose to give birth to the child, and it just so happened that the CEO's friend saw her holding the baby. Upon learning that the girl's identity was innocent, the whole family urged the CEO to quickly go and bring the girl and child home. The CEO felt deeply guilty as well. He immediately put on a handsome suit and headed to the KTV to look for her. Unbeknownst to him, the KTV manager was about to sell the baby to a wealthy businessman. Fortunately, the girl arrived in time to stop it. To retrieve her child, she bit the businessman, which made the businessman furious. The manager, worried that the deal would fail, sent his henchmen to beat the girl severely. The helpless girl could only hope the CEO would hurry to save her and her baby. Elsewhere, the CEO, holding the girl's photo, was anxiously taking a car to the KTV. Unaware that she was suffering, the girl suddenly stood up and announced to everyone that the father of her child was the president of Lin Group. Everyone was astonished to hear this. The manager even accused the girl of speaking nonsense. After all, the CEO wouldn't even look at a wealthy girl, so how could he possibly like a KTV hostess like her? The manager told the couple to go and rest first, saying she would handle matters here. But unexpectedly, the girl grabbed a liquor bottle and smashed it on the manager's head, frightening the couple into giving up on adopting the child. At this moment, the CEO arrived at the KTV with his bodyguards. Suddenly hearing screams coming from a private room, he rushed in and asked where the girl was. The manager then realized that what the girl had said was true, never imagining the CEO cared so much about her. If the CEO knew she had just punished the girl, he certainly would not have let her off, so she lied that the girl had already quit. The girl suddenly shouted the CEO's name. The CEO intended to rush into the restroom, but he heard the manager say there were guests inside, and his friend also said he had just heard a baby's voice. The CEO thought it impossible that anyone would bring a child to a KTV, so he ordered the bodyguards to search elsewhere for the girl. However, after searching the entire KTV, they still couldn't find her. The manager finally breathed a sigh of relief. Just as the CEO was about to leave, he suddenly heard the sound of a baby coming from the restroom.